This is Mark Bell from Super Training Gym in Sacramento. If you're wondering what those sound effects are in the background, that's my son Jake playing Super Paper Mario. We have some more max effort bench footage for you for supertraining.tv. Got David Baffis, who's working on his lockout, going with about 80 pounds of chains on the bar, as well as 410 pounds. Got Austin Baumgard going here. See, Austin really tucked his elbows in super hard at the bottom, and then it makes it that much harder to flare them right back out. So you want to be a little bit more moderate with how hard you tuck your elbows in. You want your elbow to still be in line somewhat with where your wrist is at. You don't want to come in way too inside of that. You can also see that when people bench high off the boards, they also bench high off their chest. Benching like more towards the nipples, the nippy nips. Here's David Baffis going again. He's got about 460 pounds on there, plus the chains. He goes to lock this one out, but a little too much. Just got a couple inches off the boards there. When you're selecting your bench attempts, be careful that you're not jumping too high. And try to select weights that you know that you're going to hit for the day, and that way you can get a lot of volume, get a lot of good work. And David actually did that on this day. He got in about 4 or 5 good sets before he went for that big one there. That was myself doing a little bit of raw stuff, just warming up for like 410. Nothing too exciting. Now he got 515, 535 or so, 540 on there for an easy double in the reactive Sling Shot from howmuchyoubench.net. And we got Tristan Scholl also using a Sling Shot. Got Big Jim Sheffield, who's gunning for an 800-pound bench at over 50 years old. Big guy working off of some boards there. This is 580, I believe, and you can see Tristan Scholl fell asleep on the handoff on the outside there. Tried to sabotage, but guess what, buddy? It didn't work. Still got it for 2. Here's Tristan going. I'm not sure how much weight he saved, but I know that he finished the day with around 510 or so. Sling Shot's going to allow you to overload with a good 10 to 20% more than what you're normally capable of. It's also going to allow you to work in a full range of motion, which bench shirts oftentimes do not, because it's not going to allow you to work in full range of motion with anything less than 90-95% at least. There's Tristan locking out another good one. There's Big Jim going off some boards. In a bench shirt, a lot of time is used up in bringing those weights down, and that was one of the reasons why I started to mess around with the Super Duper Phenom. Was that they're just less restrictive, a lot easier to get the weights down. And I kind of have long arms. I don't have much of an arch at all. I don't have a gut, so I got a long way to go, long range of motion. And so switching to a stretchier shirt was a good option for me. Did a lot of lifts up over 800 pounds on this day. Was really focused on making a lot of lifts and keeping good form and doing the lifts cleanly. I believe I did 800, 820, 840, 870, and 2 cracks at 900, as you'll see in a minute here. This is a tighter shirt. That's why this one's such a bitch to get down in there. Even though they are stretchier shirts, they still, if they're tight, they're going to be tight. That's just going to be the way it is. So as I switched into the tighter shirt, I went back up to a higher board. You want to be cautious when you're trying out these, different types of shirts, and when you're trying out tighter shirts. Take your time. Who cares if you bench off a 5 board or 4 board? Just work your way down over a period of time. Work your way down over a few weeks. I believe that one right there is about 870. See, the shirt has my elbows tucked in real hard, and almost tucked in too much. If I knew Jim McDonald was going to be shooting this like this, I would have got at least a spray tan going. Starting back up again. Tristan Scholl set me into the shirt. I'm still not 100% familiar on how to set these shirts up. There's a lot of different views on it. But it seems like it helps a lot if the shirt just fits you the right way. As he pulls down this chest plate, it feels like he kind of gets the shirt set right into the right place. Looking back on it now, I think we were pulling these down too much for these attempts because the shirt's already pretty tight. I'm already getting a lot out of the chest plate even without pulling it down a lot. Again, you see how my elbows are really wedged in there. I can't force them out even if I try. I try as I go to pick up those weights. Another problem is our rack doesn't go up any higher than that. It's as high up as that rack goes. And so they got to really pick the weight up and then drop it down into me. This is 900 pounds. Take it! Lost on the right side there. My elbows were in too tight, and as I was coming down to the boards, I had to get a little lazy and almost drop the weight onto the boards. It's not recommended, especially with 900 pounds, not a good idea. But I was real happy with this day. I got a lot of good work in. And to be able to handle up over 900, around the 900 pound range is right around what I'm after. Hopefully in the next meet I can squat 1120, bench around 900, and hopefully pull around 800 as well. Here I go again with 900 pounds. This one's a lot better, although I started my descent a little too early and ended up getting a pretty soft handoff. But fuck it. It's a good strong lockout. I'll take it. That's it from supertraining.tv.